Yes.
Should we? I thought there was one more. So we'll do this. We'll do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do it live.
The Heffron and Reep Show from your headphones. It's Heffron and Reep.
Everybody, welcome to your headphones, your computer. Not your car so much. You're probably not listening in your car. You're probably at your computer. And your family's running around like maniacs behind you. You're just trying to get 45 minutes of just your own time. We can pay attention to either John Reep or John Heffron. Kids are hungry. Spouses probably feel neglected. A lot going on in your life. So we're going to make this fast and furious so you can get out of that gross office chair you have at home and get back to whatever you're doing. Do you clean your office chair at home? Do you have a desk chair at your home?
Are you asking me, your co-host John Reep, or a generic question for our fans who are watching us live on Facebook and YouTube?
I would probably ask both.
Okay.
But I'm asking you, John Reep.
Yeah.
Hello. Do you have a clean office chair? What chair do you use when you're sitting at home and you're on your computer?
I have an office chair. It rolls. It's not cloth material. It's like a leather type thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel the need to clean it that often because it doesn't get, things don't get soaked up in there. It just sort of rolls off of it. So I will wipe it down if I feel like I spilt something, but that's it.
What do you do when you're at how do I turn this off? It's the Heffron and Reep Show. What do you do when you're at a hotel? With the hotel computer seat. I think that's the grossest part of a hotel.
It probably is. It doesn't really enter my mind. I'm not too much of a germaphobe. I am sort of a neat freak in that I like things organized and in their place and my bed made up. But in terms of like cleaning things or wiping them down, I don't think of that a whole lot. Occasionally, I know, let's just say I know that I'm going to be nude sitting at one of them chairs. I will put a towel down.
Yeah, I'm never nude at that chair.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
Never nude. Never been nude.
Not even like in your own hotel room with the door shut and locked, and you're sitting at the office chair, and you got out of the shower and you sit down real quick to do something. You've not once done that.
Been nude sitting at the office. I don't believe. No, nothing comes to mind. I immediately take a towel from the bathroom and I put it over the computer chair.
Yeah.
And then I take my Clorox, and I did this way before Corona, by the way, way before. I took the Clorox wipes and then I wipe off the handles of the computer seat, and then I wipe off the desk of the computer. Because I think back in the olden days, you would think a hotel mattress would be the grossest part of the part, because people are getting together in maybe 30-minute increments, maybe having people having little parties, little soirees, and the conversation leads to the couch, to the hotel bed, and that happens probably statistically not a lot. Naked butts on the computer chair in a hotel probably happens 90. Well, wait, we're comedians, so we can make up health statistics, right? Because people listen to us now.
Yeah,
we're comedians with podcasts, so we can make up any type of health thing.
Oh, because it's parody. Like we could be joking.
That's just what everyone does now.
Yeah,
every podcast.
Go ahead and make up a number, John. What percentage of people are naked at
94% of everybody who sits at a computer desk is naked. And out of those 94%, 74% have some type of butt stuff.
What do you mean?
And then it's just random butt stuff, whatever butt stuff is.
A pimple. It could be
Whatever,
a bed sore. Yeah.
Rash, it could be. And if you just live healthy, you don't have as much butt stuff. But that's a whole thing. You should take any word that comedians say about health. I think is extreme. But yeah, so I put towels down. I usually sleep in hospital scrubs.
Do you?
Is my sleepy pants, because they fold nice. They're thin. They're super. You can throw them in your bag. I got like 2 of them, and that's what I have on the entire time I'm walking around a hotel. So none of my bare legs or anything ever touch a hotel.
Okay, I believe that. Now let me just weigh in on the scrubs part of that. But before that, so remind me to talk about the scrubs. But I also want to, when you go to a hotel, the things that I think are the dirtiest, and this, it's always going to be the toilet seat, right? But you imagine a maid cleaning that regularly, not so much the office chair regularly. So I get what you're saying. It makes total sense. Also, the remote control is very nasty. And I've been seeing a lot now with COVID and everything that they're wrapping the remote controls in some sort of cellophane or whatever and letting you know this, we've just sanitized this and it's completely clean now, right?
I would have Clorox wipes. Again, I always go with the Clorox wipes because they have bleach in them.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on stage once talking to like the CSI guy, just like the TV show. They find dead bodies and look for blood and stuff. And I told them how I use Perel to clean down the hotel room. And then I asked, where's the most DNA? Like, where's the most DNA in a hotel?
Yeah.
And he said, office chair or the chair at the desk in your hotel. And then I go, how do you get rid of DNA the quickest? Like, what's the fastest way to make sure that there's no traces of DNA? And he says bleach. So Clorox has the most bleach in it, I believe. So I use Clorox bleach wipes, and then I take the remote and I wipe that down.
You do. So you travel with Clorox bleach wipes.
Way before COVID, I did that, and I'm gonna tell you right now, even when as we all get vaccinated, as you should, I've been reading. I think one of the Fox newscaster guys told people to make fun of people who are wearing masks outside. And so I'm going to let everybody know right now, so it's not a shocker to anybody. I might wear a mask just because anytime I want to, just because I've enjoyed wearing the mask. And he had some science behind how if you wear a mask outside, and he says if you see your kids wearing masks, call the police on their parents. I gotta say this, everybody, whatever anyone else is wearing is none of your business. I'm gonna start calling the cops on anybody I see with a sleeveless Hooters t-shirt. Because I know the science that a sleeveless Hooters t-shirt comes down everybody within 20 feet of that shirt, IQ level dumbs down. So I'm going to call the police on those people. If you think that me wearing a mask around a bunch of people that are outside is calling the police, I happen to think that Hooters sleeveless shirts also make people dumb. So I'm also, or we can just not say anything about what anybody's wearing and just mind your own business.
That's exactly right.
That's also a huge thing. Not saying something is also huge.
That should be the new trend, the new hashtag, the new slogan, the new motto is, look, when people say I don't judge, that's they're not being truthful. We all judge. The difference is, do you keep it up here or do you bring it out here? I, for one, am just trying to get from point A to point B without getting my ass whipped or vice versa. So I keep it up here. And then I'll tell you here right now, but I don't say it in those moments. But yes, I know, if you want to wear a mask outside, wear a mask outside. I'm not going to say anything. I mean, I might roll my eyes at you, but I ain't going to say anything.
I had my buddy, Matt Bergman, sent me a message. Hold on. I don't want to play it because I don't want to I just yelled at a radio station for playing a message for me without. So anyway, Matt was in Florida working, and he did a joke about getting vaccinated, getting a vaccine. He got like Johnson, whatever his joke is. I don't even know what it is. Moderna versus Johnson.
The Pfizer. Yeah.
He said he got booed on stage. He's literally doing a joke about the difference between the two. And the audience booed him because he said he got vaccinated.
So let me ask. I have follow-up questions.
Whole new level. I would have been crazy again.
Who is it?
Matt Bergman. I don't know if he opens for me, the most non-confrontational. Like,
does he have a following? Like, was it his audience? You know what I mean?
It wouldn't have been his audience.
Okay.
He was opening for like TJ Miller. So TJ
Miller's crowd booed him for saying that he did get vaccinated.
Yeah.
But that's Florida too.
Florida.
There you go.
Is that what we've become? Because they can't. That makes me want to stay in my house just forever and not ever come in contact.
Yeah.
Because if I say I got vaccinated, which I did, and I happen to say that on stage, which I don't know how I would, but let's say I did, and some guy had an opinion about something I did, I would then spend 45 minutes writing down choices he's made in his life. I would look at his wife and I would break down that choice.
Yeah.
And I would break down their choices of their kids. Then I would ask their kids how their kids doing in school. Then I would break down those choices. And I want to know if he smokes. Then I want to know what job he does for a living. I want to know what it's a never ending. The best bet is just to shut your mouth and let people live their lives. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't the vaccine thing. I don't get it. It's a slippery slope if you open your mouth, unless everybody just wants to fight and we're going back to barbaric times where we just get clubs and maces. But
yeah, I don't understand the angst or anger or hate towards someone who did decide to get it. Because at the end of the day, all they did, if they're wrong, all they did was mess up themselves, not you. And they probably did it as a way to help you. You know what I mean? Like we are, let's just say, because I got the vaccine, I got one shot, I got another shot coming up. So I'm in the same camp as you, you know. Mm-hmm. We are erring on the side of caution, not the other way around. So why make fun of someone who's trying to do what they think is the right thing?
It sounds dumb. It sounds dumb to me. I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't. That to me would be like, you use toothpaste? Sheep? Yeah, brush your teeth, sheep. Right. What else the government gonna tell you to do?
Right. Yeah.
Sheep, brush your teeth. Like all other sheep.
It's funny, John, you mentioned all of this. I mean, I have made this a part of my act now where I say, like, I try not to judge, but of course we all judge. Right. And I wear a mask. And when I'm having the mask on and I see someone not wearing it, I immediately get mad at that person in my head. Go, oh, look at this guy. Thinks he's better than everybody. Rules don't apply to his highness. And then I take my mask off and I see someone wearing it. And I also immediately go, look at the stupid sheep. He's probably wearing 3 masks. What an idiot. Right. Like, I do both of them in my head, depending on what I have or have not on my face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm gonna and I couldn't find the video or the CD. I have one at least 10 years old about wearing a mask, because usually when you're on a flight, the people coming from like an Asian country all had masks on.
They've been doing it for forever.
Forever. Like if somebody had a cold, if you just had a normal cold, you would put on a mask so you wouldn't give your cold to somebody else. That was it. And in my joke, this was so old. I was thinking we should just do it, but you can put your sports team, your logo on your face, and like that was legit a thing. So I this summer, I gotta say, the masks kept never once did I feel my I was violated by the government. There's a lot of things I think the government should jump into. Cargo pants, I think cargo pants should jump in. I think we've all had enough with all the big pockets on our shorts. So maybe, so there's a lot of, this is a slippery slope. If one person is going to decide what somebody should wear, then it's going to get weird.
There are times where I've enjoyed wearing the mask. Most of the time, I've found it a nuisance, a pain in the butt, because you get halfway out of your car into some place and you forgot and you got to turn around or whatever. But we've gotten used to it, I guess. But the times that I've liked it is when, and this is going to sound narcissistic and egotistical, are times where I think I'm going to get recognized and it's going to slow me down. Even in my own hometown of Hickory, like if I go to the store close to my house, there's a good chance someone's going to say, "Hey, John Reep," and then delay the thing that I'm trying to do, which is get one or two things and get the heck out of there. But if I've got the mask on, I feel like I am a ninja, and I like being a ninja. I loved wearing ninja masks when I was a kid. So I feel like I'm sneaking into the store, getting my product, and sneaking out, hiding in the shadows, and no one knows me.
I got recognized. I was at the grocery store where I live with a mask on, and it made me feel really good.
Yeah, that did happen to me too. People still saw my eyes and goes, "Hey, John Reep."
Yeah, some lady came up and she goes, "Those eyes, you can't hide those eyes." And I'm like, is that a song? Like, what is she? She's like, "Yeah, I'm a fan." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." I mean, it said at John Heffron on my mouth. So.
You weren't wearing my mask, were you?
I was wearing, John. Yeah, I was wearing the whatever. So,
speaking of swapping things, don't we have a swap thing coming up?
We have a swap thing, April. We're in
June.
You know what? I'm in Boston this week, and it's been so long. Not this week. May 2021. I'm at Laugh Boston, but it's been so long. Yeah, I was sitting around today going, I think I'm somewhere in a couple weeks. I'm so out of habit of buying plane tickets for anything, or my normal way of doing things have just been. So I'm in Laugh Boston in a couple weeks. It has a 20 in the day, but we're talking about June 7th. Me and John Reep will be performing in Hickory.
Yes,
North Carolina. I forgot that the main comedy
main cellar city club.
Main Cellar City Club, June 7th. We're at the Main City Cellar Club.
Yeah.
And then also that following weekend, which I believe is the the 11th and 12th?
June 11th and 12th.
We are in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Me and John Reep, we are headlining. We don't know what we're calling this. Me and him are doing comedy in the whole show. I think Michigan still has a curfew, so we got to bang these out quick.
Okay.
So we're I don't even know what to call it. We're doing a show. John
Why don't people help us come up with some names, since we're going live on Facebook? And I see the comments from Zach and Wendy and Tracy and John and Andy and Ken. Thank you all, and Michael. Help us come up with a name for this show. I mean, because we're going to make it a TV show as well.
Like, what's going on? We're going to have a feature comic. So there's gonna be a couple comedians and me and John, and me and John will do a half hour. I'll do a half hour, and we don't know what order, but it doesn't matter.
Well, I wanted to bring this up to you,
having a good
John.
time.
This is good time to ask this question because, I mean, we have a month to figure it out. And
So we'd rather sell tickets.
Plenty
first.
of time. We got to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Just know this: no matter what, you're going to see two seasoned professional headliners on one show. Okay, so just know that we don't know the order.
Yeah,
we don't know exactly what we're going to do. I think. Let me pitch an idea to you, John. Do you like it when I pitch ideas to you?
Yes, I do. Let's hear it.
So since you're coming to my town first,
okay,
Hickory, at the Main City Cellar Club.
I'll be in Charlotte, what's Greenville, North Carolina. Is that
there's a place? Yeah,
I'm there that weekend, and then
Charlotte.
Then on Monday, June 7th, is when I'm coming to Hickory.
How much time do I get John Heffron in Hickory?
I don't have tickets yet, so you got to be. We got to figure out when you're coming to Michigan.
Yeah,
the shows that we have that weekend. You can be that guy and fly in day of on Friday, or you can come in Thursday, or I can come to Hickory. I'll be in Charlotte doing a corporate gig, but I can come to you Sunday night. If you leave a key by your rock and your mom knows a stranger's coming into your house, I can be to you Sunday night, and we can have all Monday each other, and then do the show Monday night at the main
Cellar City Club. I think good. So you have I'm sorry, John. You said you have a corporate thing that Sunday night, June 6th
in Charlotte, but it's early and I'm only an hour away from you. Like I'll be done by 8:00. So I could be to your house by 9 or 10 on Sunday.
Are they going to provide accommodations for you the night of June 6th?
Night of, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's fine because we'll have the whole next day to do stuff before the show. I'm saying give yourself take the latest flight out on Tuesday, the 8th, or the earliest flight out on the 9th, that Wednesday.
So you're saying take a day.
So yeah.
Show Monday.
Give me a day so I can take you around Hickory and do things with you.
Ruckus on Monday. And then that following week, June, you can put up the Ann Arbor. I don't know who's doing that, if that one's even around.
June 11 and 12. It's the same week.
If you could put that thing up, because those tickets are on sale now. And the website, I believe, is aacomedy.com. It's not what you're looking at right now, but it's June, whatever we said.
June 11 and 12, I'm coming to Ann Arbor.
Yeah, coming in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I've already talked to the peeps there. Those shows are crushing it. There's only 3. Curfew still. You're only allowed X amount of people in.
Okay.
So what are you gonna do? Do you want to come in?
Well, hang on.
Thursday?
Let me ask you this. Yeah, I'll probably come in.
Much of us. So you know
what we should do, honestly.
Well,
I mean, if we were to, I don't know. Should we drive?
How far are you from Raleigh?
From Raleigh, I'm like 2.5 hours. So
is Raleigh though? Because my dad drives to Raleigh to see my brother like every other weekend.
Yeah.
Like that apparently is not that tough a drive. But we're in the car for 12 hours. But I mean, we could all we could do for 12 hours.
We could record a lot of road stuff. Okay. So if the idea of because what we're doing, we're not just doing stand-up comedy in each other's towns. That's half of the idea. The other half of the idea is that, John shows me around his town, Ann Arbor, South Lyon, his favorite places. And I do the same for him when he comes to Hickory. So we need time between the shows to do that. And then also just us being buddies, 2 headliners, comedians who've been doing this for over 20 some years. How would we travel together? How would we get along in a car ride that long? Because that would be a long drive from North Carolina to Michigan.
Yeah, we could do it. It's 12 hours. That's easy.
But
nonstop. We wouldn't get a hotel.
Yeah.
We need a CB. I need a better trucker hat. I need a CB. We need a set of, or we do it in those prisoner onesies.
Okay. Look, the little orange jumpsuits.
Yeah. And we just wear those. No, that's probably wrong. Let's not
I
do
bet
that.
those are comfortable.
Let's not do that idea. But that's 12 hours, so we could do Hickory and then leave Wednesday, and we'd be
Right.
at my house late Thursday morning, like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yep.
So
and I got two days there, because we're doing 2 nights, Friday and Saturday night.
Friday, Saturday, 2 shows.
So maybe we do that. Maybe we take that Wednesday
Drive.
and we drive from North Carolina to Michigan, and we film. Alan said he'd come. We'll make him film a bunch of stuff. We'll put the GoPros or a little whatever in the car when we're driving. Figure that out. Maybe we'll get a rental car. Maybe we'll get some, I don't know, something. People are going to want me to have something with a Hemi in it. I don't know. What maybe we could rent something fun.
Yeah.
A convertible.
I've already been thinking of stuff I want you to do with my nephew, who's 5, who has a Hemi. His parent, we have a huge Hemi. I want him to be in a Hemi, looking down at you in whatever rental car you have.
I would love it.
And he can ask you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's a dude now. He really wants to meet you. And he also has a bike that no longer has a kickstand. So yeah, that's a whole different level.
What so the night of the shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should I, since you're going to be in Hickory, I feel like I should do less time. Like, so if you should headline the show in Hickory and I should headline the show in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, let's just do that, because I was just in Ann Arbor a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So, and I'll just get up and so I'll do. Well, for the price of tickets we want to sell out, we'll each do Yeah, we'll get a local. Somebody will host.
Brent Blakeney said my buddy Brent Blakeney already said he would do it. He's already offered his services for that in Hickory.
I can't stand that guy. No, perfect. So he'll do perfect, and then I'll figure out Ann Arbor, and then I will have the host, and then I'll go up, and then I'll introduce you.
Right. So how much time should I do? Let's say Brent goes up in Hickory. He does 10 minutes.
With Michigan with I'm glad we're doing all the show prep here on the show. There's curfew, so everything's got to be, I think, done by all the booze has to be off tables by 11. So I like it because the shows are short.
Yeah,
or like an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. So you get like 40 minutes. You can do like 40-ish.
Okay, so look, I'm just reading the comments, and there's some okay ideas here. Michael Menderly is saying something about get an RV and go. Let me ask this. My brother has an RV, but it's the kind that we would have to hook up to a truck. I want someone. I'm putting it out there. Look, I'm putting it out there right now, John Heffron.
Okay.
If someone has the type of RV that I could drive, it's all one thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, camper. Yeah. Like,
if someone wants to give us that for that week and let us record in there and do things, we will use it, but we're not going to give you any money for it. You have to offer it up, and we'll talk about you and your business. We'll do what we can, but we can't give you any money.
There's that company that does it that I would use it, except for the blast their names all over it. It's like Voyager or something. But it's too labeled. It's too.
Well, if it's the outside, we could just fake exterior shots with another RV, and then we'll just film everything on the inside with what they give us. Yeah, would totally ruin his idea of trying to get publicity. But that's funny. Where'd John go? Oh man, I think John Heffron just accidentally hung up on me. I don't know what happened. But let me ask the Alan Jackson if he happens to be listening to this, because I know you were doing double duty tonight. The Alan Jackson, if you're listening, give me a shout out. Pop in here, say hello. Otherwise, I'm going to keep talking. Okay, that means he is doing something else. So we're going to wait for John Heffron to get back in. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you to hit the share button. Hit the share button. Check out heffronandreep.com. We have a website. Wait, John says here. But now, see, here's the problem. Because we're doing double duty. Let me just tell you this. Jackson Creative is... the Alan Jackson does double duty. I'm not the only podcast that he works for. All right. He does other podcasts. He's got a big studio here, right here in Hickory. And there's people coming and going all the time, doing their own Zoom meetings, their own corporate videos, all kinds of stuff. And so he's working with someone else right now, which means John Heffron, I know you're probably watching or listening, but I can't let you in because it's Alan's talking to somebody else right now. So, Michael, I got your Carlin painting. I love it. It will be featured on a show coming up pretty soon. I just didn't bring it here today. Alan said, John Heffron says, okay. We got comments coming in. Let me read some of your comments. I just tuned back in. What happened? Shane Flint, good question. John Heffron accidentally probably hung up on me. I don't know what happened. But we're going to find out as soon as Alan Jackson gets in here. We'll have him back on. Kim Hutcherson says, I have a great video of you both on stage together in Nashville. Oh, this is great, Kim. We might need this. Heffron is singing and you're jumping a lot. It's funny. My photo thing, he just made it a movie like past week on Memories like it does. Happy to send it to you. Yes, we want that video, Kim Hutcherson. Please email it to me at johnreep@gmail.com. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Kim, johnreep@gmail.com. JONREEP@gmail.com. Because we could use that. So our plan is, I was going to ask John, I'm going to introduce him to my audience, my people, my friends and family and fans here in Hickory, and let him stretch and do as much time as he wants. And then he'll do the same for me when I go to Ann Arbor. So we're doing a comedy, stand-up comedian town swap type thingy. There's John Heffron. What's up, buddy?
Sorry, I did. I don't know. I hit a thing and it logged me out.
Yeah. Oh, you're back. But someone has a great idea. Or not an idea, but a nice nugget for us. Kim Hutcherson said she has a video of me and you on stage together in Nashville. And you're singing, and I'm jumping up and down a bunch. Someone named Kim Hutcherson. I guess she saw us together.
Probably at the Brad Paisley thing.
Yeah.
That was the last, where we would go.
If we're on stage, it's either that. Yeah, it has to be that. Otherwise, we'd be at a karaoke place doing that.
Yeah. Nice. Sorry, clicked out of there. So anyway,
welcome back, John Heffron. I missed you.
Thank you. So we'll do that. Tickets, I know we've done a big push, but I'd rather sell out these shows now because I have a bunch of other ideas for Michigan shows for me and John to do, and it helps if we sell out these quick. So then that way, we can use that as purchasing power too.
You can get tickets for both of these events on my website or John Heffron's website, I'm sure. If you go to johnreep.com, click on tour dates, you can get tickets for either one there. Right?
It's going to be fun.
So now we're thinking of what do we call this thing? A title for this. Oh, by the way, before you hung up, I was saying if there's anyone who has a drivable, self-contained driving RV or camper, whatever you call that, and you want me to have it for 1 week for free, let me know. Okay? I'm happy to take it off your hands for $0 for, 7 days.
You know what's so funny is thinking how fun it is to drive places when you were in your 20s or 30s, but when you actually think about doing it in your late 40s or so, things change. We're like, can we express jet it? Can't we just spend an extra $300 in private plane it? I know that it sounds
I mean we could, but it wouldn't be for the show good. But I know what you're saying. Like Okay, so I've always had the fantasy of like, John, can I just talk to you for a second, please? I've always had the fantasy
Right.
of booking my tour dates around away games of the Carolina Panthers. And what I wanted to do was have my own camper
Okay.
and like go to whatever, let's say the Panthers are playing the Detroit Lions, and that's going to be a Sunday night game. Well, I drive up there in my little Winnebago. I do the gig, and I take my camper as soon as they let me into the stadium, and I tailgate for that game, and I'm there, and I just travel that way. So whatever the next away game is, I start heading that way. Maybe it's San Francisco. That's
Right.
a long drive,
Right.
but I base my whole tour schedule around away games in my RV, and I just tailgate and have fun and watch football. But then the older I get, the more I'm like, well, who's going to drive?
Yeah.
Who's going to open up the awning? Who's going to put the grill out? Like, I got to do a bunch of crap.
You gotta get like Bert Kreischer level and have 700 people who do all that for you.
Right.
So you can just be the party guy. But there is the grill guy, get the beer guy, set up your merch guy, sell your merch guy, drive the thing guy. There's a lot of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so the more you do that, the more people you're paying. Right.
Yeah.
And then if you want to be like a lot of those people, then you got to get a dog that you got to carry with you. You're one of the only few comics I know who doesn't have a dog that on stage anymore. That's a new thing.
Well, who else is doing it? I knew Eliza was doing it. Who else?
Eliza's always done it.
Yeah.
So to me, Eliza's always been the dog person. It just seems like everybody on Instagram.
Dude, there was a lady that opened up for me one time.
Dog butt shots, fans only is kind of is the thing that I'm saying.
There's a lady who opened up for me one time. Well, she was like an MC or something in Naples, Florida, at the house at Off the Hook Comedy Club. The girl who had her own little tiny like a hedgehog. And she did like 10 minutes of comedy and then reached into her pocket and pulled it out. Like it was in there the whole time. And it's a tiny little thing. And she would bring it out and talk about it. I'm like, okay. I mean, that can't be good for I don't know if it is. I don't know hedgehog stuff.
I had a friend who had a pouch and had they're not called marsupials because that's a form of animal. They weren't a squirrel. It wasn't a squirrel. It was, I don't know. They look like little hamsters. And he had it in this pouch. And what we're eating at Five Guys, and he'd take a French fry, and I'd see him like put the French fry down in this pouch almost the whole meal. I kept seeing him do that. And I'm a guy, I don't ask a lot of follow-up questions. But I was thinking, is he saving fries for later? I don't know if he's poor and he's saving food so he doesn't waste it. And then he goes, I go, where are you putting those fries? You keep putting, what's in that bag? He's also a magician. He goes, I don't even know what they're called. He pulls out this thing and runs up and it just stops and it's right here.
Oh, wow.
It looks like a little baby bear, but kind of a squirrel, but you keep them in pouches and you walk around with them. It's kind of disgusting. I went out. I remember I was 20 years old, 22, and I met this girl and I thought she was crazy hot. And I think we went out once and in the middle of the day, we're going to go do something. And I went to her apartment and she had a iguana.
Yeah.
And there was iguana shit just on every couch, on every chair. It's walked around and it was just sprayed white iguana poop. And it just in my head, no matter how hot you thought somebody was, and you're 20 something, so you obviously want to, hook up, but there's a level of a line you cross. And I'm like, I'm not staying at somebody's house who has iguana, who has an iguana.
Right.
Like that's like people have ferrets. There's a couple pets that
Right.
you have and be like, yeah, I'm out, but definitely not staying at the iguana.
What's wrong? Why?
Iguana.
Man, there's a road we could go down here with like exotic pets. Why does someone feel the need to go outside of a dog or a cat? I mean, really, the dog and the cat, that's your basic pet.
Yeah.
Why do you need something? I don't get why you need a different animal for you. What is that? I don't need an iguana. I don't need a snake. I don't need a hamster. Why do people need these things? By the way, someone keeps saying sugar glider. I don't know what a sugar glider is.
All right, well,
Someone on the comments section. Is that like an animal? A sugar glider? Is that a type of RV? What does this have to do with the conversation?
yeah, that's why I never read them. Is because a couple of people are saying sugar glider, so that must be.
Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know what it is though.
I think it's the animal
Oh,
that they kept that you would keep in your pouch. But yeah,
gotcha.
like it's iguana. You're kind of out. I think with somebody. I don't know. Has anybody?
You've had John. You've had dogs and cats.
We had dogs and cats.
Have you ever had anything outside of that?
As a kid, I had 2 hermit crabs, Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pip. We got from Nags Head, North Carolina. So I had them, but they were in a really cool army. I put them in a really cool, aquarium with army trucks and army guys. So that was cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to impress girls with them though.
But it wasn't something that you could get out and play with and roll around and rub its belly.
Maybe somebody convinced us to get a hamster, but I hated the thing almost instantly.
Can't do anything with it.
Bit me, or guinea pig.
The only thing you could do with it is put in those little clear plastic balls and let it run around and let the cat try and kill it.
Well, did you back in your dating days did you ever go to somebody's house or apartment that had either cats or dogs, even that simple, and there was either cat or dog hair everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was where it was that borderline, they're not messy people, but if somebody, I used to have 2 dogs and 2 cats, and it was a 24-hour upkeep, and if you go on for 2 days, you were there was too much to clean. You were already on the back end. Where you ever just go to somebody's apartment where you just don't want to sit down, you just like the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, but especially it's like they say, and the ones who have the animals that shed a lot are also the ones who want you to come over and hang out before you go out, even though you just took a shower and you just put on clean clothes that maybe you ironed or got out of a dryer, and now they want you to sit down on their couch like a lint roller and get all that crap on your clothes. Why is that the case? Why is it the people who have the messiest, shitty animals want you to come hang out with them?
Or I remember.
And I hear people say cat piss is the worst.
It is.
I don't think it is.
It is.
Cat piss doesn't bother me. To me, it smells like ammonia. And when I smell ammonia, I think, well, someone must have just cleaned the toilet or cleaned something, because ammonia smells like a cleaning product to me. So it doesn't smell like a nasty body fluid or poop. I think, it's probably clean. I know I'm probably the only person who thinks this.
You might be the only person. Yeah, because if you smell a lot, because the cat pee gets into the wood and then it's there. So you can clean that all you want if your cat. I had female cats, so I don't think they spray as bad as.
Oh, they spray.
But that's the thing. Like if you're going to somebody, if you're younger and you're dating, and with all the people who comment on our thing, I think everybody's kind of our age, John, for the most part. So I'm scrolling right here. Shane's married. Like, would you though?
So wait, let me ask you this: am I wrong when I say cat piss smells like ammonia? Is that true or false?
You're the only person who thinks that, John. It took me a second to read that. Yeah. You're the only person. I smell cat
No,
piss immediately.
I'm saying ammonia. Do you know what ammonia smells like?
Yes.
Does it smell like cat piss?
No, ammonia.
Okay, then
to
I'm
me-
thinking of something totally different.
Yeah, ammonia to me reminds me of salted vinegar chips, just to make things weirder. Like my brain, when I smell ammonia, I think of salty vinegar chips, which I hate.
Am I the only person that thinks ammonia and cat piss smells the same?
I
I mean, I've heard people say that ammonia smells like cat piss. Yeah, I'm okay. So I'm not making this shit up. Taryn Coleman Criddle just said it. Cat piss has ammonia in it. Okay.
So?
Now, okay. So now let's go down this logic.
Okay.
Is ammonia also something that may or may not be in a cleaning product?
Ammonia,
True or false?
it is in a cleaning product.
Okay. Now, can you understand how my brain makes the leap from ammonia and cleanliness?
Because I can make this jump that might be similar to your jump. If I smell, I don't even know the last time that I smelled this concoction. Remember that stuff to use in third grade in elementary school? It was sawdust,
Yes.
came in a bag, and if somebody puked,
Yes.
they would pour the sawdust.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just sawdust, right? It's just
Right.
I haven't seen it. I don't know what the name of this stuff is, but it looked like sawdust to me. And if somebody threw up in the hall, the janitor would throw it, and that would soak up the sawdust. If I brought that in a room with you, maybe when you're staying at my house, I'll get a nice little bowl and just put the sawdust stuff.
All right.
Okay. You would smell puke the second you walked into the room. I think you've been associated with the sawdust smell, and it's not regular sawdust. It's
Okay.
that weird janitor sawdust.
Well, that's a separate thing then. Okay.
But if you smelled that, if that was in a nice little lavender baggie, people would think that smell would be gross because they associated it with a puke. Am I right? People listening on the comments, do you even know what I'm saying? Right?
That's great, John. That's a good comparison. I have to admit I've never smelled the specific type of sawdust that you're talking about without puke already in the room. I've smelled regular sawdust in barns and places like that, or nice Texas Roadhouse restaurants where they got sawdust on peanut shells on the floor.
Smells like shop class. It is good memories.
Those are good sawdust memories.
Sawdust memories. You're getting ready for the Pinewood Derby. Maybe you're making something.
Yeah.
It's a good. But what is the?
I don't know what the other kind is. Yeah, I don't know.
I could even be wrong. It might not even be a sawdust, but I remember it being.
It's not a sawdust. It's got some sawdust in it, but it's also got like a sand type thing, like a fat. This is dumb. Like a fat sand. That's stupid. It's not that. Like kitty litter almost. Like it's mixed with kitty litter and sawdust. It's its own thing just for puke. And they probably don't that. I want to know what company it was that made huh?
They must have had a monopoly. How rich were they?
Pine sawdust is different than the industrial puke diffuser. Wait a minute. Is this real? Or are we just taking her word for it?
We have no way of looking up any of this.
Right.
But yeah, there had to have been how many puke sawdust companies existed in the 70s?
Oh, probably it should be one, right?
Was it like The Office, like Dunder Mifflin, where they were making calls?
Acme. It was Acme Sawdust.
They're like
diffuser company.
5 guys selling puke diffuser.
Yeah, they're the same one, the same company that made fake puke that you get at Spencer's Gift because they already had the stuff.
Yeah, like that. Was that a job? No, we're just gonna be well, no, this isn't really.
Subject change.
Did you have vending machines in your high school, junior high, or elementary school that sold pens, that sold pencils and notebooks? We had like a dispenser. You put in 25 cents and you clicked it, and then one pencil would come out. And then
I
you go
don't remember a vending machine, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there. I do remember the first time that we had a school store and you
not,
could go to
not
the store.
I'm gonna try to find this picture for you. Not
Okay.
Santa's Secret Shop, because that's different. Did you have Santa's Secret Shop?
No, I don't think so. What is that? I mean, I know what Santa's shop. I know what Santa is. I know what shops are. I know what secrets are. I don't know those three words together like that.
Santa's Secret Shop was obviously where the library you'd go, and then this was bad because then you saw what kids were rich and what kids weren't. Your parents would give you money, and it was like it's like going to Amazon, and you'd walk around the library, and it was just junk that you would buy for Christmas for your brother or sister usually. And what the deal was is you'd get X amount of bucks. Your parents would give you $5, and then you go buy something. And then I remember my exact purpose. Or purchase. I bought my mom a picture of the Mona Lisa. But like super small. I don't remember how. It's not even 8x10 size. I don't know sizes, but like smaller than an 8x10 of a replica, obviously, of the Mona Lisa, because who wouldn't want that? And then I realized you got cash back. So then I bought one of those books where the word was hidden, and then you took the marker. You took this magic marker and you drew over the hidden word, and then the word would pop up.
Oh, that sounds cool.
And it was cool. That's why I got it. But so it would tell you a whole story, but it had hidden words in it. And you took you took like the little highlighter, and the words would pop up. So my mom got the crappy deal of that. Hey, by the way, can I show you this?
Yeah.
Did I ever show you my high school? Okay, this was in my.
Do you want to send it to Alan? I mean, I think Alan's available now. I don't know. Let's ask Alan before you do that, because maybe it'll be better if Alan has it and can throw it up here. If Alan is in the room and is watching, we're not sure. Boom. There he is. Alan
send
Jackson.
it to me.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So, what were we talking about before that?
Email it. Yeah. Secret Santa shop, Mona Lisa.
So I got my mom the Mona Lisa, but I was trying to see. I was trying to show you what the pencil thing.
Okay.
That
a pencil vending machine.
Yeah, it was a pencil vending machine, and there was a kid, David Holden, where every morning he bought a pencil in the thing, and at the end of the year, he had a whole pencil box of them.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And then some kid bought them from him, and he profited. He made a lot of money, because I guess this is this. I'm gonna kind of change stories here.
Wow, had a little side hustle going on.
Well, my side hustle when I was in elementary school is I would sell Hubba Bubba. No, Bubble Yum.
Yeah.
We would sell Bubble Yum. Bubble Yum came for 25 cents. You could get 4 pieces of Bubble Yum.
Yeah.
At recess, we would sell each piece for 25 cents.
Yeah.
So it's a huge profit. What's the math, people? What type of profit are we making? We're making a lot of profit.
So you're that kid that did that. I know a couple of kids in high school that did that as well.
So here's where we got busted. So we were selling, then we moved our operation to all sorts of candy. So we would just had this thing. People would come up to us and be like, "Do you have any Reese's? Do you have any whatchamacallits or marathon bars?" And we were selling candy basically out of our thing. And where we got busted was, and this is about business partners. This is it. So I was doing everything on. I'm going to show this to you next time because I can't find it. I was doing all of this on the up and up. Okay, my partner Gary Jodway. Here's where he got. I don't have the video. Here's where we got in trouble. We started selling cinnamon toothpicks.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you would take the toothpicks, you'd soak them in cinnamon all day, and then you put them in tin foil. you know.
Whoa,
And
you made them
we
yourselves?
made them ourselves. So we would make the cinnamon. We had bowls. We made cinnamon, and then we'd wrap them, and then we sold them in whatever quantities. I don't remember, even for the sake of the story. If we sold, it was like you got like a pack for 25 cents. That kind of seemed like that was the denomination that everyone used back then. So it was like 25 cents. So then we realized how much time it was taking us we'd have to soak the toothpicks for a day, right? And then the next day you'd wrap them up. This is where people get greedy. Where there was a lesson learned. Gary goes, let's just not sell them cinnamony. Let's just sell the toothpicks. And I was like, but we're selling cinnamon toothpicks. He's like, no, we'll give them a hot toothpick. You give me one. I'll act like it's so hot I can't even keep it in my mouth. You hand the kid the hot toothpick, and then you hand them the rest of the pack for 25 cents. I'm in third grade. I'm in third or fourth grade because this is like the first fight I ever got. So I did it. And then the kid does it. The kid happened to be a maniac, and he took two more to show us how tough he was and put two more cinnamon things in his mouth, and he didn't do anything. So recess is over. I'm sitting in class. Mr. Harrell, our principal, comes in the room, calls me to the office. He's like, "Hey, you're selling candy at lunch. You can't be you can't be doing it. So like that's been cut off." He goes, "But the bigger lesson here," he goes, "I don't mind you trying to make money as long as it's legal, but you're deceiving kids by selling them fake hot cinnamon toothpicks."
Well, yeah.
So we got a little bit too big.
Yeah.
We got outed quick, and I just knew it. If Jodway just would have stayed, if he would have just stayed, and we would have stayed selling hot toothpicks, we had it wrapped up. Nobody would have said anything. They were highly illegal at the time, and he just got greedy. We decided just to cut we cut the toothpicks with water, basically.
Okay, wait. All right, I have so many questions. This is great. I did not know this. First of all, you guys were making cinnamon toothpicks before they were already a thing, or were you just making your own because you thought it would be cheaper?
It wasn't a thing.
Okay. So quite possibly you started this, because I remember getting these toothpicks at stores or wherever, and it was about a major company was making it, you know, it wasn't like some kid.
Yeah.
So someone must have taken your idea and rolled with it into a huge thing, because so you're saying you would buy toothpicks.
Yeah. And then we get a bowl.
A bowl of cinnamon.
Cinnamon came in liquid, correct? Am I wrong?
No, you could buy cinnamon powder and put it in water, or you could buy cinnamon toothpaste.
No, it was
mouthwash.
We were like chemists. And we put it in there, and then we started experimenting. I think my mom even explained to me about cayenne pepper or something like that. So we started to try to make the cinnamon as hot as we could possibly make it. Is what the business started to be.
Okay.
That's what we were on pace for. And then And then you got to keep your circle. You got to be careful, because then you have one person that can go south on you, and it comes up with the thing. We can cut down on our costs. We don't have to buy cinnamon. We don't have to buy this and this. We can just sell regular tooth, and then have some
You guys are like the Breaking Bad of cinnamon toothpicks. One was the chemistry teacher, and the other one was a little druggie.
Yeah, I had a bad. That was a bad week for me. I also got in trouble for throwing rocks at a school bus. It was one of those. It was one of those weeks where you could have went south. Luckily, I pulled it all together.
Wow. So why did this guy? I forgot his name already. What'd you say his name was?
Gary Jodway.
Jodway. Gary Jodway.
Yeah. His
Why
name's
did Gary?
Yeah.
Why did he decide? I mean, was the cinnamon oil or whatever you were using to flavor these toothpicks that much? I mean, was it that expensive that you're trying to cut cost, or was it just a process and we're just trying to be lazy here?
Keep in mind we're in elementary school. So we had a lot going on.
I know you don't know any of these answers.
I think I remember my stepmom or my dad, somebody not getting mad. I don't remember that, but whatever bowls I was using were just out, like on the table or on the counter, because I would let them soak overnight. So if you lived in a small house and you had X amount of kitchen space, I used 2 big Tupperware bowls for the whole operation. That's another thing I did wrong. I should have moved the operation into the basement.
Yeah.
And then I could have had my my 8-year-old sister and my 5-year-old brother. I could have brought them into the fold and had them be churning out. I could have told them, I got a game. I bet you can't do it as fast as I can do it. I take all these and you have to sit here and you got to watch it. I bet you can't put it in here real fast. Like I could have had a whole thing.
Yeah, you were selling toothpicks, and you said you sold candy.
Candy.
This girl, Wendy Miller Rudicus, maybe. She said she made toothpicks as well. So you weren't the only person making toothpicks. Apparently, this was a thing. I mean, I didn't make them. I didn't know people who made them. I thought you just bought them that way. You know what I mean?
I think that's when the big corporations took over.
Yeah.
We all had these small dime operations going on, and then the big company, probably a Nestle, came through, and they probably had child labor, and who even knows what the profit margins were.
John H. Oh, Gary Godway, the cinnamon toothpick magnet. Yeah, I remember him now.
But the thing about Godway was he was like.
Do you know this person, John H?
He's probably he's probably John Heffron. No relation. But the thing about Gary is we'd go, and I remember them being in the plastic because bubblegum went for 20. I remember buying gum for 25 cents a piece.
Yes.
And it was so that's 75-cent profit.
Yeah. You were making quite a bit of coin on the side as a kid, because I remember a kid in my homeroom who sold Tootsie Rolls. He had a bag.
Yeah.
Just every that homeroom class is 10 minutes before the school starts. Yeah. People are just coming up to him. What you want? What you got? What you need? I got everything.
Yeah. And that kid's a bad kid, and suddenly all the school systems have vending machines. Hey, that's weird. Hey,
John,
now it's not so bad when you're getting a little bit of the cash now, is it? Kids trying to do it on the side. Suddenly they're the ones. But Jodway was getting busted, and the kid, I forgot the kid who was going to cinnamon oil comes in little glass tubes, a drain. Same used to make homemade hard candy. Yeah, I remember it being a liquid, and then you could actually put the cinnamon sticks in the thing. But Gary was one of those kids who was he wasn't a big kid at the time. Keep in mind we're in elementary school, but he would fight.
Yeah.
He was one of those kids who weren't afraid to fight. So if you would eat like a cinnamon and go, I want my money back. He was like. Yeah, he was like the muscle of the mafia organization.
Yeah,
like he was like the enforcer.
I'm seeing a lot of people leave comments about that they made their own cinnamon toothpicks. So this was a thing, I guess. Roxanne Sussex, she made her own cinnamon toothpicks as well. That's great. I mean, how come they don't make those anymore? How come when you go to like a restaurant now, they've got the I mean, if they have toothpicks at all.
Remember, they used to come in. Toothpicks used to come individually wrapped.
Right.
I remember having them like with the restaurant on it, and then sometimes.
It was like a joke. You would get a hot one and give it to somebody, and they'd be like,
and then you put it back. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, we gotta bring that back. We're bringing cinnamon sticks. Yeah.
Heffron Reep hot. hot wood or something.
Dude, I gotta pee so bad right now.
Let's just end it. I gotta.
Should we wrap it up?
Yes, wrap it up.
All right. So how do we tell people? Let's. This is what we want you to take away from this podcast. We want you to know. Help us come up with a name of the Heffron Reep stand-up comedy town swap idea. And we also want you to buy tickets to our live performances. Mine and John's in Hickory, and ours as well in Ann Arbor. You can get tickets at johnreep.com or aacomedy.com for either of those shows. Right, John?
And if you're in any of those areas, we have time. Feel free, if you have an event, invite us to it. We're gonna figure out some things. Take John Reep to South Line. Take him to South Line Hotel. That's why I think you need to get in Thursday so we can have a night of adult abbreviations.
Yes.
What's the word?
Libations.
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 So maybe Thursday night.
Swapping Johns.
I'll get my 5-year-old nephew to drive us around, but we'll go. Maybe we can find some of these people that sold fake hot toothpicks back. Maybe I can make some amends. Maybe I'll invite them out to a beer and we do a thing of hot damn or something, and I'll buy.
Yeah, I gotta take you to Silver Bullet. Maybe take you to my old high school, where we used to bowl and play putt. First place I got into a fight. I got all kinds of ideas of what we can do. But you guys tell us what you want to see.
You want to see, but make sure you go to all those websites. Share if you're going to an event and the event's on Facebook. Share, say you're really excited about going to this. All the dates are there. Hope you're well. Yada yada. It's are we doing this Monday? I know Monday is Monday.
Well, Cinco de Mayo's coming up a couple of days. This Monday, yeah, we're good for the 7th.
So we're good for in a couple of days.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
What did I send out?
No, we're fine. Today was the one that was going to be wonky, but we got through it.
Oh, yeah. Next weekend. Next week's the 10th. It's all good.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, John. Okay, but before we end, just because you know me, Alan. So this is no longer in the town that I grew up in, but I just wanted to show you. And this is how we'll end the show. We've done enough plugging, and everybody can figure it out. But this was the playground equipment. This is the year I was in elementary school when this existed. Okay, so this isn't a picture of bombing in Britain in the 1920s. Okay, this is the playground equipment that was in the back of my elementary school. And then now I can show that picture.
Oh my God. That looks like what is that? I know the tires. I've seen the tires. We've had the tires too, but I don't know the other wood stuff. What do we got going on here?
Those are all telephone poles. And you could climb through those bottom tires, and then you'd be underneath all those telephone poles. There's a rope. There's a rope that's hanging. So what you do is you climb on top of you climb on top of the tire, and then you would jump and swing on that rope, and you would technically swing and make it to the second tire. Okay, that's how the game was supposed to play. And then you'll see a little bit of rope at the top where people can hang.
That looks fun as hell as a kid, though. If I were a kid, I would love that.
There wasn't one summer. You would not want to be a playground superintendent being a substitute teacher during any kid playing on that. Because what do you think every kid did with that rope that was on that tire? This is why eventually it had to be taken down.
Peed on it.
Nope.
Well, that's what I would have done.
They would try to, I remember you would wrap the rope, and I did this. You wrap the rope around your neck, and then you would step off of that tire.
Oh no!
And your friends would be underneath you.
Pretend that you're hanging yourself,
and then you would grab.
Oh no!
He would grab your legs.
No,
100%. That was at my elementary school. I'm sure there's some kid that sued. I got to look and see how much money the school system gave some kid. Look at that. That looks like in 1935.
Yeah, it totally did. I thought you were joking. I thought you were joking, but it looks like a tank at first glance.
Yeah.
But wow, we came a long way, huh?
So
now they got like rubberized asphalt.
So anyway, all right, everybody, that was the Heffron Reep Show. Hope you're well. We'll speak to you next week.
Lock it in and rip the knob off. You're tuned in to the #1 show on the planet. The Heffron and Reep Show. Live from your headphones. It's Heffron and Reep.